It's live
This
study.
is in-depth study of the Christ, the propitiation, the begotten Son, the law, the judge, the ruler, the standard, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, the one, the true Jesus Christ. Here on Understanding the Bible Radio, on Screen Study, Facebook Live, YouTube
Live study. Yeah.
Live
Check
on
it out.
Screen, undeniable facts of Scripture.
Thank you for stopping back by. We are going into Leviticus 3 and 4 right now in this half hour, looking to see exactly what's going on. He's setting up the priesthood and talking about the sacrifices and how they need to get them done, both on the giving side, it must be done voluntarily, and then on the administrative side with the priests and everything that they had to do also. So these people are working very hand in hand. Those that are preparing the sacrifice, bringing it to the temple, and then the priests are also administering the sacrifice for the sweet savor unto the Lord, the burnt offerings. Okay, so let's go in. We're going into verse 1. And if his oblation be a sacrifice of peace offering, talking about the different offerings, as you noticed, burnt offerings we talked about, now we're talking about the peace offering. If he offer it of the herd, whether it be male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And he shall offer the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards. Okay, and all the fat that is upon the inwards. And the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall be take away. And Aaron's son shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the wood that is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire, of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if the offering for a sacrifice of peace offering unto the Lord be of the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before the Lord. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the offering and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's son shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about upon the altar. And he shall offer the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat thereof, and the whole rump. It shall he take off hard by the backbone, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards. And the 2 kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall be take away. No, it shall he take away. And all the priests shall burn it upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire unto the Lord. And if his offering be a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of it and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereupon the altar round about. And he shall offer thereof his offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. I keep saying be take away. And the priest shall burn them up on the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. And it shall be perpetual. This shall be a perpetual statute of your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. We'll get back to that later. That's the last verse, verse 17. Yes, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up on the YouTube. Hit the like button on the Facebook. Rissa, stop by again. Good to see you. Good to see you again. So we're seeing more detail here. We're seeing more detail. There's something in here I wanted to see. He's saying male or female here for this peace offering. It could be either or. Okay, male or female. I see that difference there. Still has to be without blemish. All right. You still got the same ways, killing it at the door. Put your hand on the head, kill it at the door. All right. Just gonna sprinkle the blood. Another one, made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards. All right. He wants the fat. He says that at the end. He got the two kidneys and the fat that is upon them. They're going to get burnt too, which is by the flanks. The caul is what I want to see. I'm going to say cool, call. I don't know which one. I think it's call. I don't even think we use that word anymore in this modern day English.
Strong's H 3508. Yothereth.
And that's the Hebrew before the English, if you didn't know. Scripture is not originally written in English. Call is what we see here. Call. Appendage, overhang, protrusion. The caudate lobe of the liver of a sacrificial animal. Ooh, part of them inside there. Let's see, call. Let's see if our Webster's 1828 has anything to say about this. In anatomy, a membrane of the abdomen covering the greatest part of the lower intestines. Called come from its structure. Reticulum, luim, a net. Okay, it holds it there. Okay, but more generally the omentum. Also, a little membrane, sometimes encompassing the head of a child when born. Oh, okay. Yep. A kind of net in which females enclose their hair. Okay. All right. The hinder part of a cap. Okay. Any kind of net, but we see this is the one here that he's talking about. Good deal. Got it. Okay. Call. Okay. Let's see if we find our Leviticus 3. There it is right there. Leviticus 3. Only found defect in feet defect, this Hebrew term, of the preceding word, that which is redundant, hanging over, especially this Hebrew term here. Okay. All right. The greater lobe of the liver, as though it were the redundant part of the liver, something added to it. So we got to get inside to get the call. And the call above the liver, see that? With the kidneys it shall he take away. And heirs and sons, they shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the way everything gets burned up. Everything seems to get burned up here. Nothing's saved. Everything's burned up. The Lord wants to smell, wants that sweet savor, wants to smell it. All right. Anything guys you guys are seeing in there? I don't see anything else that I would want to see. I think those were the only two things I had. But you can see how they're doing it, how he's telling them how to do this one for the peace offering, and the differences between the burnt that he just told them about, and then the differences between this one. Okay, so there you go. Still messy, of course, because sacrifices, these type of sacrifices are not simple. Oh, just bring your money and put it in an envelope and put it in the thing. Oh, just pay us on our app. No, it's not that simple. No, this type of offering. So there you go there. So we're going to go jump into, let me see here. There was something down here at the end. I'm thinking, getting a thought here. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye neither eat fat. See, we're not supposed to eat fat. Look at that. Nor are we supposed to eat blood, rare cooked meat. We're not supposed to eat blood. Or, look, fat. We're not supposed to. As they promote us with fat in the world. You ever wonder why? Wow. Because there's nothing, the only thing healthy in fast food is salads. They even fry the fries in fat. So we're not supposed to eat it. But we do. Just to let you know. But this is he's saying to the 12 tribes of Jacob again. Let me get that right. He's telling them there. Okay. So we're not supposed to do that. But that's not good to eat blood anyway. Shoot, I don't want to eat no blood. I don't eat rare meat. I never have. I don't like it. All right. So let's go. Let's get number 4. Let's get chapter 4 here and see what we see. Any comments, I want you guys to post it up now. Like and share it. Totally up to you. Follow on the Facebook and subscribe on the YouTube. All right, here we go. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall sin through ignorance, sins of ignorance. Now, everybody act like, sin is, yes, you have sins of ignorance. We do. That's why we need to learn, so that we know. So anyway, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things that or which ought not to be done, and shall do against any of them. Okay, this is for him. This is for them, because he's only bringing his commandments to the 12 tribes of Jacob only. You got to understand that. Not to everybody. Only to them at that time. This is it, okay? But the Christ has come for everyone, and we are to keep his words, which are not the 10 Commandments, because he divorced it, Jeremiah 3:8. Anyway, if the priest, here's important, that is anointed, do sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin, which he hath sinned, a young bullock without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering. And he shall bring the bullock into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head, and kill the bullock before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall take the bullock's blood, and bring it to the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary. And the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of the sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall take off from it all the fat of the bullock for the sin offering, that the fat covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver with the kidneys, it shall he take away. Take away, as it was taken off from the bullock of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offering. And the skin of the bullock, and all his flesh, with his head, and with his legs, and his inwards, and his dung, even the whole bullock, shall he carry forth without the camp unto a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out, shall he be burnt. And if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, the whole congregation, which they're going to do in Numbers, totally. Well, they already did it in Exodus, huh? They're going to do it in Numbers. They're going to do it in Deuteronomy. And the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done somewhat against the Lord of the commandments of the Lord. I'm sorry, somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which thou should not be done, and are guilty. When the sin which they have sinned against it is known, then the congregation shall offer a young bullock for the sin and bring him before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Lord, and the bullock shall be killed before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of the bullock's blood to the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall dip his finger in some of the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord, even before the veil. And he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar which is before the Lord, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Woo. And he shall take all his fat from him and burn it upon the altar. And he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for a sin offering, so shall he do with this. And the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall carry forth the bullock without the camp and burn him as he burned the first bullock. It is an offering for the congregation. When a ruler has sinned and done somewhat through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Lord his God concerning things which should not be done, and is guilty, or if his sin wherewith he has sinned come to his knowledge, he shall bring his offering a kid of the goats, a male without blemish. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the goat and kill it in the place where they kill the burnt offering before the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall take the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and shall pour out his blood at the bottom of the altar of burnt offering. And he shall burn all his fat upon the altar as the fat of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall make an atonement for him as concerning his sin, and it shall be forgiven him. And if any one of the common people sin through ignorance, while he doeth somewhat against any of the commandments of the Lord concerning things which ought not to be done, and be guilty, or if his sin which he has sinned come to his knowledge, then he shall bring his offering a kid of the goats, a female without blemish, for his sin which he hath sinned. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering and slay it in the offering in the place, slay the sin offering in the place of the burnt offering. And the priest shall take the blood thereof with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and shall pour out the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. He shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat is taken away from the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor unto the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a lamb for sin offering, he shall bring it a female without blemish, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of the sin offering and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall take the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it upon the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and shall pour out the blood thereof at the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the lamb is taken away from the sacrifice of the peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord, and the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he committed, and it shall be forgiven him. 35 verses, Leviticus 4. Anybody got anything? Anyone? What do you think? You ready to do this? You ready to do this covenant? You ready to do this thing? Go get the animals, get them, raise them up. Come on. Let's get to farms. Let's get it going. You got some ignorance there. Oh, you sinned there. You didn't mean to. You didn't know. So we got to get to sin offering. We got to sin ignorance offering, killing the burnt place of the offering, sprinkling and putting it on the horn. You sprinkle on the offering 7 times. You got to cut the fat, get the fat out, take it, burn it, get sin offering, get the thing, get all the stuff. Just got it. My gosh. Whoo! Why would anybody want to be under this covenant? Why? I don't understand when there is a new, better covenant with better promises. Why would they want to do it? I don't know. This is wow. It's getting there, man. It's getting there. Look at all you got to do. Look at all of this stuff. Whew. It's getting serious. It's getting serious. I'm coming back in 6 minutes. This is serious though. I'm coming back 6 minutes, and I hope to see you. Hey, thanks, Rissa, for the like. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, you guys out there. If you're watching it even after it airs, just hit the like button for me, please. It's supposed to help the video out and the postings of Facebook and all that kind of stuff. Just hit the like button. I'm going to be back in a couple seconds. I'm going to run over to the restroom, get me a little drink of water, and we're coming back and we're going to Leviticus 5 and 6. Okay, working our way up to 14. And we're also going to do at 7:45 the Don't Cast Your Pearls Before Swine study. It'll be there. Be there. Hopefully you'll join us live. Just like it, share it. Totally up to you. I want to thank you guys for stopping by for a live study. I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Please allow us to extend our deepest thanks, our humblest appreciation, our greatest gratitude for your fellowship here with us, sharing the letter of the gospel, the ancient definitions of Scripture. This is Understanding the Bible.